At his age.
Welcome to the Jets Afterburners podcast. New York Jets in 16. Liam is off for the night, but we have a huge one here, like knocking it out of the park. WFA owns Danielle McCartan. Hello and welcome.
Hi, I just want to show everybody there's 2 minutes left of my drive. I am in right now, San Francisco, a driverless Waymo, they're called. Can you see it? I don't know. Can you see it?
There's no one driving. Who's driving?
There's no one driving. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I love it. I love them.
It's a great segue because like no one's driving the Jets. It's
exactly.
Very driverless. That has better cognition than what the Jets are doing right now.
Mean, yes. So I'm sure we'll get into it, but yeah.
It's heartbreaking. And you just alluded to it, right? You're in San Francisco. You're there for the Super Bowl. How has the experience been, just talking to so many different people?
I'll tell you right now, this is my first meal. Oh, it's giving me don't forget your phone keys. Hold on a second. I got to get out. This is my first meal that I had since Wednesday. Like sit down and eat a meal.
Wow.
Hey, this isn't where is it?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Now it's telling me to buckle a seatbelt, but like, oh boy, we're turning. Hold on a second.
Yeah. Driverless in action.
Oh, he almost hit a guy running across the street.
Oh, no.
This guy, he almost got him.
Better be good insurance.
Oh, I know what we're doing. We're going on the other side of the road so I can get door service over here. I see. Here it is.
You can't ask for better than that.
Luisa's Ristorante. I'm back in Little Italy. I'm back in my neighborhood over here.
And I love it.
Right, let me just jump out of here. This is going to be my first meal I had since I got here. It's been protein bars. It's been on the run.
Uh-huh. My kind of dieting.
Oh, I know. I've gotten Gushers. I've eaten Gushers and protein bars for 3 days. Okay, close the door. Here we are. All right. Hello.
Hello. Welcome. So
Yes.
I got to be honest. I saw the interview that you had with Sauce Gardner. I'm going to play it. Okay. I have to because I love like how you put him on the spot and he was genuine. I think he was very genuine, like very authentic. And I just want everyone to hear this one. And here we go.
Danielle McCartan from WFAN. We've met before. I have one question for you, and you're my favorite Jet. I got to tell you that first. Sad to see you go. But my one question for you is, I'm just trying to get a sense of, Aaron Glenn and what his coaching style is and how that situation is unfolding there in the Jets locker room. Kind of take me behind the curtain and something like that.
He has a very tough mindset. Like, this is the way that things going to be. And 99.9% of the time, that's the right way. He's very disciplining. Like, he's going to discipline his players. And if you're not on the same accord, then you're not going to be there. So, I'm excited to see what they have in store. Giving him having a whole season of seeing, all right, this is what we need in this person. This is the group of men that we need as people and as like the man and the player. So, I'm looking forward to it.
And you think that would be the difference of just one full season's worth of work?
Oh, for sure. Yes. I truly believe in him and Moogie. Them two cooking together, they're going to do their thing. Sure.
Danielle McCartan from WFA.
I love that.
Yeah.
And a lot of us Jet fans, we're upset with Aaron Glenn.
Yeah.
We are. This season did not come out what we anticipated. We knew it was a rookie year. We were expecting 6 wins, 7 at most. Yeah. That's wishful thinking at 8 or 9. But this was a complete disaster, Danielle. It was not to the point where I'm like, whoa, I'm comforted. I'm comforted. Now he jettisons so many coaches. How does the media look at this?
I mean, I don't know. I can tell you how I look at it. I can look at it as like he's the head coach. He hires these people. And now after one season, he's firing these people. And I look at that and say, well, that's total self-preservation mode. It wasn't my fault. It was these guys' fault. So I'm going to get a new group of people in, and then we're going to be fine. It's like he's buying himself time. I think you can look at coaches and say, okay, either they have it or they don't. And a lot of people in my mentions, believe it or not, are like, give him one more year. He deserves it. He this, he that. And I'm like, you could clearly see if someone has it or they don't. And,
Right.
you know, I don't believe in them. I don't believe in the process. And I'm very upset that they're going to have all this draft capital now, jettisoning my favorite Jet. I told him, Sauce Gardner. And I'm just upset that, I mean, how can they evaluate a quarterback when Aaron Glenn chose Justin Fields?
Right.
And then Darren Lucci paid him $40 million, 30 guaranteed. Like there's no evaluation process going on over there, is there? And I just saw the other day they're linked to Kirk Cousins. Was it Kirk Cousins? No,
Yes.
Russell Wilson for next year.
Oh no.
Oh, you're gonna pay who and who and who now? Like it's extremely frustrating, and I don't know, man. I just don't know. It just seems that he is just in self-preservation mode, and he'll buy him one more season, and then they win 3 more games next year, and then we're back to square one, having lost a ton of draft capital given to him.
Now, I'm going to push back a little bit. I'm going to be the devil's advocate of Aaron Glenn, as much as I'm not. Everyone that watches the show knows that I can't stand him. I think they should have let go of him and maybe go after Harbaugh or one of these other guys. But
let me time you out for 1 second, because yesterday, and I didn't post them yet because I've been just crazy busy, but look at what the Patriots did. It was Belichick, 4-win Belichick. It was 4-win Gerard Mayo. And here they are in San Francisco, Santa Clara, getting ready to, it can be done. Like, it can be done. It's just a matter of, will the owner do it or not? And Woody's not. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I hear that. That's the thing. That's what upsets me and 90% of the Jet fans. I have to say that's a high number. But now we're kind of going down, and now I know myself, I'm in fantasy land. And at this point, I start looking back because I'm a football historian. And what I'm about to say is, I want to preface it. I'm not comparing these coaches. I'm not. But I'm just comparing the circumstance. In 1983, Bill Parcells went, I believe, 13, 12, and 1. 1983. In 1981, the Giants went to the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. 2 years removed. In that year, in 83, every Giant fan that I speak to, they wanted Parcells out. And it was like, this is really synonymous to that. And I remember reading Bill Parcells' biography, and he stated in 1984, he knew that he was entering kind of like a lame duck year. But if he's going to go his way. And he did everything possible. I know it's very easy right now to say no, but he's doing things his way right now. He fired everyone. He's getting people in. Do you see in a world that in 2026, this can be successful? He can right this ship, or just give some sort of glimpse to a Jet fan to say, we're doing things my way and it's going to work.
I mean, no, my answer is no. But when I talked to Sauce Gardner, and I don't know if he was just, placating me or just didn't want to throw the coach under the bus, but he said, you got to give him one more year. I mean, it can be done. It can be done. I'm just very skeptical because I go back to the quarterback. How can you draft a quarterback when you can't even develop a veteran quarterback that was on your roster?
Right.
And also, and not to mention the fact that you were a defensive player, you were a cornerback in this league. Your defense didn't come away with one single interception. You mean you couldn't teach those guys at practice one day how to jump a passing lane? You couldn't do that as a coach. So I think there's just a disconnect there. And I don't think it could be done. I would love to be proved wrong. but I don't think it can be done.
Same with me. But the thing is, like, as far as a young quarterback, as much as we all wanted Fernando Mendoza, the guy has like every pedigree. Like, that's the guy. And of course, the Jets can't do good at what they're good at, and that's losing. And they lost out on Mendoza. And there's no way that the Raiders are going to trade that pick. No way. Now, I don't think that Glenn is going to groom a young quarterback. I think he comes from a lineage of always veteran quarterbacks, right? With the Jets, it was Vinny Testaverde. Then he goes to the Saints, it was Drew Brees. Then he goes to the Lions, and it was Jared Goff. Do you see a world where Joe Burrow may be part of this conversation with all this craziness going on, that maybe he doesn't want to be there, and the head coach is coming back? And again, playing some wild card here. If the Jets can give them 3 first-rounders, the Bengals could be without a quarterback this year, but they might have the ammunition for Arch Manning next year, first overall.
I mean, I would love the idea. I would love Joe Burrow to be the quarterback here. But my question, I'll push back even a little bit and just say, why would he want to come here? I mean, why would he want to come here?
That is the jack of all trades question.
Right? I would love Joe Burrow. Can you imagine? And the Jets have the draft capital to pull it off. They can do it. Now, if we're talking Joe Burrow onto this roster, and you go ahead and draft a wide receiver 2, I mean, I guess, but I just don't think the coaching structure is there. And to any free agent or anybody, there's got to be a no trade. I don't know about Joe Burrow's contract. I could probably look it up on my phone, but if there's a no trade clause or whatever, like, the Jets are not an attractive destination for anybody. So I would fully expect him to waive that trade if possible, if he has the ability to.
Well,
Say no to it. Is that what I meant? It's been 3 days and no sleep.
No, no problem. Because I look at the Joe Burrow possibility, because the Jets have a lot to offer towards Cincy. But then you have Woody Johnson. And as much as we all kind of poo-poo on him, he does get players. He did get Brett Favre. Like, a lot of people didn't expect Brett Favre to come here. And Mike Tannenbaum he made a trade that no one expected.
Yeah.
There are tendencies, there are caveats to lure a guy like Joe Burrow here. You have Garrett Wilson. You have a solidified offensive line. I think
finally.
Right. I think that's one of the dangling carrot where Burrow might look at this and say, you know what? Maybe this is such a great possibility, a hidden gem, that I'm going to be protected. My health is going to come first. I'm going to be protected. And I fully expect Breece Hall back on this team. I wanted to pick your brain on this.
Yeah, I mean, they'd be stupid to let him go. I mean, but isn't that the same conversation with Saquon Barkley, who I just saw about an hour ago? Saquon Barkley, right? Do you retain him or do you let him go? I mean, I know Breece Hall is not Saquon Barkley, but I think he is a perfect fit to this offense. I would like to see him back. I don't know what the price tag would be. I could probably look it up, but I mean, I think he's a nice fit. I'd like to have him back. But again, you could always take a running back 3rd, 4th round. Is it worth paying it? The Giants went through it, not that long ago.
Right.
But I like his fit. I want him to stay.
I think he will, especially with Frank Reich here. Now, this is where it becomes crazy, right? Like, the Jets always go after these players or coaches that they're retired. They're chilling. Ryan Khalil for one. Aaron Rodgers is in the darkness. Reich just finished up over there in Stanford, and he gets a call. And again, I don't know what the contract is, but I'm pretty sure it had to be significant in order to lure him out. Now, you have Frank Reich there. Could that be something where it could attract a veteran quarterback? Like, what would you expect out of Frank Reich in this offense?
It just depends on how they're going to go. Either to bolster a veteran quarterback and build around that particular quarterback, or develop a rookie. I don't want it to be that. I'd rather the veteran. I'd rather them go out and get somebody worthwhile that's going to be here for a while. Not like Russell Wilson. How long would he be here for? 2, 3 years, maybe? Sorry, it's a big motorcycle cocaine going by.
Nice.
Jesus.
Like Orange County.
Yeah, crazy. So, Frank Reich, I mean, I think it's a good hire, but I also think of that and look at it this way. Okay, well, the Jets have insulated themselves now, haven't they? Because if Aaron Glenn goes 0-2 9, well, Frank Reich can step in and become that head coach. And I know Boomer Esiason's friendly with him. We're friends with him. He said, I was driving my way to the airport Wednesday morning listening, and Boomer said that's not his intention before he was even hired. I think that is the obvious here because he could step in and become that head coach, that adult in the room, if you will,
Right.
that Aaron Glenn, I don't think is.
I couldn't agree more. And I was thinking about that. What if that is the big reason behind him taking the job? You know, I think he has every attribute to take this team to that level, to be honest. He brings that pedigree. And the Jets have not had an offensive mind in a long time. And I'm not even like Gase doesn't even come into the equation. The last time the Jets had an offensive minded coach was in the 90s with Bruce Coslett. That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what's so frustrating with this. You see Matt LaFleur, a guy that the Jets let go. And then you have Tanner Engstrang, a young mind with where football is actually going, a la Chris Johnson. Now we're bringing Frank Reich. Is it too old? Is this system archaic, or can he adapt?
Adapt. I believe he can. I mean, didn't you just say he was just at college? So there's
Right.
got to be some sort of knowledge there that he can work with if, with a young offense and I guess I'm just trying to speak positivity into the world because there's not much. I'm trying to convince myself. But you'd have to think that coming from a college background back to the NFL, knowing what he knows already about the NFL and the league, he can kind of merge or hybrid or combine them. And hopefully a good product will come out. But again, going back to this, and I hate to do it, but it all starts with the quarterback. It is the most important position in professional sports. And it's just a matter of what their plan is now moving into the draft. Is it development or is it attraction for a veteran? I don't know. And until then, until we get an idea of what they're going to do, I mean, the quarterback out of college, I mean, he would know. Frank Reich would know. I don't think there's a stud number 2 behind Mendoza. And if that's the case, I don't want him.
Right. Well, that's what I wanted to ask. Like, I'm pretty sure that the Jets, if they stay at 2, they're going to go defense, right? Kind of like what the Detroit Lions did year 2 under Campbell, right? They got Hutchinson. Now, at 16, do you think the Jets go and grab a quarterback like a Ty Simpson or a Drew Allar? Like out of nowhere, they get this quarterback. Do you think the Jets are like I look at Aaron Glenn, knowing that it's a put up or shut up type of season, where I don't see him developing a quarterback. He has no room, like no margin of error whatsoever. Maybe in the third round.
What good is that? I think that almost would be like a waste of pick, honestly. If you're in do or die mode, which he should be, and I know there's Jets fans that don't think that he is, like give him another year to build. Okay, cool. I think they go defense too, and I think they go cornerback at that spot because it's a premium position. Think of all the premium positions on the field. It's there.
Right.
They don't have to pay them, whoever they end up picking. I think they go cornerback, or maybe they slide down. Maybe someone else is looking for a quarterback. Maybe they drop down to 4 potentially. There's just a lot of unknowns, and it's hard to predict because I don't know Aaron Glenn. And Sauce Gardner says give him one more year. And by the way, they only told me I had one question. I said, "Can I ask him 2 questions?" He goes, "You got 1." I asked him 2 anyway.
Nice.
But my next follow-up was then going to be okay. Right, exactly. Hustling out here. But my follow-up question was going to be like, okay, well then I wanted to ask him, where do they go in the draft? But I knew he wouldn't answer that. But I don't know. And the whole story yesterday when I was at the Seahawks, the whole story is, I mean, Cooper Kupp, I don't know if you saw, had a T-shirt on. I have it in my video, which I haven't had time to produce yet, but it says, "I heart Sam Darnold." That was the T-shirt he was wearing. They're all hyping Sam Darnold up. And it's just like, man, if they had the infrastructure in place, what could he have been here? And it's like, right now, whoever comes in here, I don't think the infrastructure is in place to foster a good quarterback.
But they could have had it. That's what hurts so many Jets fans. In Darnold's second year, that was one of the biggest off seasons for the past 50 years for the Jets. Yeah. They had a Mike McCarthy out there. Is he a Hall of Fame head coach? No, but he could have groomed him the right way. And How do you select Adam Gase out of all the coaches out there? You go that route. Now you see Sam, and it took him time.
Yeah.
It took him Troy Aikman years. The first year of Troy, it was horrendous. 9 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. And just giving him that time to learn, this could have been us. That's what it's bittersweet. I have to be honest. I'm going to root for the Seahawks because of Sam. I'm going to be putting on all 7 Sam Darnold jerseys that I have here invested. I'm going to put them all on. But it could have been the Jets. And again, the infrastructure could have been there. And at 2nd overall, instead of drafting Zach Wilson, it was such a premium pick. We could have utilized that, gotten a king's ransom, and build correctly around Sam Darnold, and we didn't. So, man, it sucks being a Jet fan.
It's awful. I'm getting condolences out here. Oh, sorry. I met a Browns fan about 2 hours ago, and she was like, yeah, we're in the same boat. Like, yeah, we are actually.
No, the Browns have more hype. At least they have a young quarterback to root for.
Yeah, and Myles Garrett.
Oh, and Myles Garrett, exactly. Listen, Danielle, I want just huge shout out. Thank you so much for hopping on with us. I know, look, man, I don't want to, impede you eating. You need to eat something. Go manja.
I am starving. Yeah, I'm gonna manja 3 manicotti, whatever else is there. Un bicchiere di vino.
Oh my God!
And
please.
salute a nice, successful, I would say, Radio Row, Media Row, Super Bowl experience.
Look, thank you for hopping on, and definitely safe flight home. And thank you so much for hopping on. You're more than welcome to hop on anytime.
Thank you. I just actually I just spent $115 on a sweatshirt because I saw it's going to be 5 degrees when I land tomorrow, and I don't have a goat. So
yes, there's a freezer warning, whatever that is. Single digits. Welcome home.
Awesome.
Welcome home, Danielle.
All right. Thanks for having me. Talk soon.
Have a good one. Later. All right, everybody. New York Jets Stand 16. You heard it from the great Danielle McCartan. Man, it's really tough, right? Being a Jet fan. You see so many ex-Jets. Leonard Williams. Then the kicker. I forgot the kicker's name already. But is it true? Is it really true? Like when you leave the Jets, you become successful? Is it that toxic with the New York Jets? Is Aaron Glenn changing that? Man, I mean, the rapid fire is no, he's not. Because if he was, he would be holding on to these coaches. But hold on, let me play devil's advocate here. Don't we want change? Don't Jet fans want change? Like if you know that you're in a job and you're a manager and you want to make things right, don't you want to clean house? I know it's your own employees that you hired. Jason Myers. Thanks, Eagle Fang. And that's what he did. Carl Dunbar, defensive line coach. He was a stud under Rex Ryan. He's with the Jets again. Make no mistake, he's hiring coordinators, coaches that are in your face, except for the defensive coordinator. That one was, to me, an atrocity. You should have hired a Wink Martindale. Again, getting to Dukester, a guy from Miami. He might bring Ashton Davis. Yes, I could pull out that jersey now. But we all know what's going on. Aaron Glenn is going to be calling the shots. He's doing things his way. And the reason why I brought Bill Parcells into this equation is because we all know Bill Parcells, the 86 championship game, the 86 Super Bowl, the 1990 championship game against the Niners, and then the win, and how he changed the Patriots, how he changed the Jets. But there was one season that 95% of Giant fans wanted him out, and that was 1983. He was horrendous. He was trying to make certain things happen, maybe what his predecessors did with Ray Perkins. I think Aaron Glenn was there. His mindset was there last year. All right. What did Parcells do? What did Sean Payton do? Dan Campbell, what did he do? I think he was trying too hard. He wasn't doing things his way. He was yelling at players. He was trying to showcase it's my team. No one's. He was being Tom Coughlin before Super Bowl winning Tom Coughlin, where a lot of players were becoming alienated. The media didn't even want to just talk with him anymore. I think last year was very humbling to Aaron Glenn. And he knows this is his last shot as a coach. Look, Robert Saleh got a second chance with the Titans. He has some sort of resume with the Jets. Defense, top notch. Then he goes to the Niners and became defensive coordinator again over there under Shanahan. Aaron Glenn, if he bombs this, that's it. He's done. What he's going to go back to Detroit, be a defensive coordinator, and hope that he gets another. No one's going to hire him as a head coach. He knows this is it. Whether you're pulling for him or not, he has to showcase to himself that if he's going to go out, let's say next December, that's it, 3-14 season again, you're done. It's over. But if he could pull this off, think about it. If he can pull this off, if he could make a believer out of you, me, every doubter, every Jet fan doubter, Jake Asman as well. I'm with him, right? Like the majority what has Aaron Glenn done good? He can't even tank right. But damn, man, let's say next season, start off 4-2. What the hell is that? We didn't sign up for that. Well, there's no expectations. The only expectation in 2026 is holding the number 1 overall draft choice. That is our expectation. This is the first time ever as a Jets fan that I could sincerely say that I have no hope. Every single year of my fandom, 95, when we went 3-13, 96, Glenn Foley is a young quarterback out of Boston College. I mean, with a last name like Foley and a Jet fan being optimistic, bad combo. But still, I was like, all right, you know what? Maybe we could win something. This is the first year that I'm looking at this, and it's not being defeated. It's truth. What do we have at quarterback? What are we doing? Kirk Cousins, Garrett Nussmeier? Get me Joe Burrow. Oh, you ain't getting Joe Burrow. Why would Joe Burrow ever come here? Why would he? Why? I hate that. Haven't we all learned something in the off season? Anything can happen. Anything. Tyreek Hill out of nowhere. He wanted out. And you're telling me that he wanted to go to the Dolphins? Dolphins sucked. Money talks. The compensation was right. Jay Cutler, folks. Can we talk about Jay Cutler? Not the drunk. When he was playing for the Denver Broncos, he was one of the most up-and-coming young guns out there. Josh McDaniels came. There was whispers that he wanted to bring Matt Castle, and Jay Cutler wanted out. Out. Highest bidder. I remember that. The Jets tried to get him to no avail. The Bears, out of nowhere, swooped right in. So don't tell me that this is all nonsense with Joe Burrow, what's going on. I think he wants out. If even his own teammates are saying, oh, you know what? We've never seen him like this. We call him up. Maybe he needs a new scenery. Maybe the Jets are the right situation for him. Maybe it is. As I alluded to Danielle earlier, The Jets have a formidable offensive line, young. They will protect the hell out of Joe Burrow. He'll have Brees Hall, Garrett Wilson, Taylor at tight end. Why not? Why not throw 3 first-rounders at Cincinnati? Why not? Aaron Glenn is in no position to groom a quarterback. That's why, as much as I wanted Mendoza, it would have been horrendous. Because now you're forcing this young kid into a situation to save your job. You get Joe Burrow. You go and get Joe Burrow. The Jets are easily a 9-win season game team. A 9-game winner. I think that's how you say it. Honestly, I think automatically he makes us winners. Now you got Frank Reich. Oh, this guy's past his prime. Won a Super Bowl with Nick freaking Foles, guy. He leaves the Eagles. He becomes a pumpkin with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. You're telling me that Frank Reich and Joe Burrow can't make it work here with the Jets? Yes, they can. Absolutely. And I think that is a possibility. Now, the other quarterbacks out there, Kirk Cousins, that don't move the needle. That doesn't move the needle at all. Kyler Murray, come on, man. Come on. I can't do that. Like, if we get those kind of players at quarterback, you can pencil in number 1 overall draft pick is starting for the New York Jets in 2027. I don't want those players. Now, if there's a plan in place, let's say they get a Kirk Cousins, but in the draft, they get a Drew Allar. Someone, young kid. You don't throw him out there, young. Garrett Nussmeier. Why not? You teach him, bring him along how Dart went in. Game number 6, you throw him out there, see what he has. Provides a spark. But man, it's just I'm trying to look at every positive angle for the New York Jets, and that's the tough part. You're trying to find a silver lining to the New York Jets. Last year, it was defense. Sauce Gardner, Quinnen Williams, Quincy Williams, McDonald. You're like, all right, at least we got a defense. We sucked. Now it's bare. There's nothing. There's nothing on defense. What do we have on offense? The only bright spot of this team that scores points is special teams. What the hell are we doing here? It has to change. I see these two teams in the Super Bowl, and I get it. A lot of watchers and viewers, it's mixed. You have youngins, people that have been there through the ringer, kids that are just going through it right now. I remember when the Patriots were the Jets in the 90s. I remember the Seattle Seahawks were the Jets in the 80s and the 90s. They were mediocre. I remember when the Saints, not this Saints here, talking about Drew Brees. Before then, they had Archie Manning, Peyton's dad. They were horrid. Our time is coming. It's coming. It has to. There's no way, man, Hockey, the Rangers, for years, decades. And then 94 happened. I'm sorry to bring this up, but the Boston Red Sox, the curse of the Bambino, all of a sudden, in the playoffs against the Yankees out of all teams, they're down 3 games. Sorry for the PTSD for the Yankee fans on this one, but they came back and they won their World Series. The Chicago Cubs, same thing. No, and that's the thing, guys. We kind of got to get our eyes out and just refocus. All of these teams that I talked about, the Red Sox, the Seattle Seahawks, the Saints, the Cubs, all these fans were talking just like us. We suck. We're never going to get out of this purgatory. When we have to win, we lose. And when we have to lose, we automatically have this epiphany and we win. This is the same kind of wavelength. Sooner or later, and I think sooner rather than later, it's going to shock us as a Jet fan. We're going to be like, whoa, where did this come from? When you least expect it, the Jets surprise you. Like a subpar stock that you invested 10 years ago and you forgot about it, and all of a sudden people hit it rich because it goes up. That's one silver lining I like about the 2026 Jets. No one's giving them a shot in hell. Nobody. They don't deserve it. They don't. No one knows who their quarterback is. Everyone thinks this is a lame duck season for Aaron Glenn. They had to retrieve Frank Reich out of retirement. Our freaking defensive coordinator is like some bag boy at Stop and Shop. Offensive line looks good. Defense, no idea. No idea who's cornerbacks. That freaking safe. I don't know. I don't know who's on the team. Who is it? Who's on the team? All right, freaking first baseman is a defensive end. I don't know. I'm just, but that's the beauty of this. Because if we don't know what the Jets are about, neither do the teams playing against the Jets. Because they're going to take us lightly. And that's what happens when you're the underdog. The Baltimore Colts took us lightly in 1969, and we shocked the world. The 2010 New England Patriots took us lightly in the AFC divisional. We wiped the floor. The 1992 Buffalo Bills took a trash Jets team lightly in Orchard Park. We won the game. When you least expect it, the New York Jets do the unexpected. Listen, guys, I thank you so much for hopping on. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. It means the world to us. Hit that like button. And thank you for joining us on an impromptu Friday night. Special thanks to Danielle McCartan for hopping on the driverless Uber ride in the intro here. So go Jets, and we will talk to you soon. Hasta.
Quarterback, Ken O'Brien of California Davis.
Just 14 that first time, now going long. They got a wide open man, and he makes the catch. It's Braylon Edwards taking off. Braylon Edwards will take it home for the touchdown. 80.
First down in San Diego territory at the 47-yard line. Big draw. And Pennington going for 6. Deep down the field, and it's caught by San